My 9-year-old is reading the Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I love the drawings and the story is funny. So today we're going to do secrets to solving word problems, but I will try to draw some funny pictures as well. Let's get right on to it. Okay. Now, if you've been solving word problems, you've seen those big grown-up words like step 1, set variables. Okay. So what they're really saying is this. Instead of solving a problem the normal way, we're going to assume we know what the answer is by giving names. Really, in reality, new parents, pretend you're new parents. New parents give babies names, right? If it's a girl, they're very happy and they want, before baby comes to this world, they think up those fancy baby girl names. Or if they know it's a boy, and they think up fancy names for boys. So, maybe Adam for boys and Eve for girls. So big word of setting variables really means let's just pretend that we know what we're looking for by giving it a names, by giving it a letter. Okay, that's all. That's all they're saying. Step 2, they'll tell you, they'll tell you translate into equations. That's kind of scary, big, long words. So what are they really saying? They're really just saying, look, once you give it a name, I want you to go in there, pick out clues. I remember my daughter used to watch Blue's Clues. It's the same thing. You go in there, you go into the words themselves, and you pick out clues from the descriptions, from the questions. Okay, so whatever question, big, long, hairy word problem they give you, and you go in there and you pick out clues. So translated really just saying you pick out the clues, you drag those variables, the names, the baby names, and you drag in there, you find clues. Okay, you ever gone to a party? Here's my balloon. Maybe that's a party balloon. Okay, you go in there and the host trying to make a party get started, they stick some sort of here's you happy. They stick a little bit of a riddle on the back of you. Okay, the riddle might say, I am an object. I have 4 legs, but I can't move. Okay, so something on the clue on the back, they stick on your back. So you have this clue going around. And so this is solving word problem really is no different. We take this name we got and we're going into the words and we find clues. Kind of like you go in the party and you ask people questions to get clues about the riddles on the back that you have. Okay, and then they'll tell you step number 3, solve. So what solving really is, it's no big secret. Solving problems really is kind of like a symbol of putting together, let's say, IKEA. I love IKEA. IKEA furnitures. Okay, you ever gone to IKEA where they, let's say you drove with your mom, dad, and you went to IKEA, this big furniture store. Here's your car. And all they have giving you is, it's really literally a box of all your furniture parts in there, right? And you put this part on top and then you go home and you get your screwdrivers out. Here's the screwdriver. Maybe you have a little hammer. You had to put up with my drawings here. Maybe you have a little hammer. Maybe you have some drill bits. Okay, drill bits. And you put the furniture together. Maybe you bought a chair with your mom and dad. And what really solving is, you go in there, you put the furniture together. You're using all those tools, all the math stuff you learn, and you put the furniture together. That's all they're really saying. Solve means putting furniture together. Okay, and then sometimes they tell you step number 4, verify. What they're really saying, look, you already put the furniture together. Now, maybe sit on it, see if actually holds. That's all they're really saying. Let's see if the furniture actually holds. Okay, so here's your chair, and you put it together, and you verify, and you sit down, you say, does it fit? Okay, that's all. That's all they're really saying. So what I thought we want to do next is here I put a word problems here ahead of us. Okay, and I kind of draw our steps on the side, and I'll walk you through one at a time, and then let's see if we can solve this word problem together. So the question says the cost for tickets for a school play is $3 for adults and $2 for students. And then if they say total of 300 tickets were sold, here's the clue. Okay, or maybe I should use the clue here. So we're looking for clues. Looking for clues. Okay, so step 1, they say, the question asked, and then, I have $950 all gathered, and then they want to know how many tickets of each type were sold. So step 1, let's give some names. Okay, remember? We're naming the babies, right? So we'll say A is number of tickets sold for adults. So we'll give it a name. We'll call it A. And let's call it S, the number of tickets sold for students. Once again, we named the babies, right? We named the one is A, one is S. And then step number 2, we're looking for clues. This is where we went to the party. Remember, this is my party here. And we got a riddle stuck on the back of our shirt. So we're going around and we're looking for clues. Now, clue 1 says 350 tickets were sold. 350 tickets. How do I write that with my names? Well, that's 350 is total tickets. So I have A for adults and S for students. Totally, I sold 350 tickets. Okay, that's clue number 1. Clue number 1. So we'll drag this clue out. Let's toss this clue. We already used it. Okay. Second clue says 950 was collected. So I collect $950. Now, how do I get $950? Well, I get $3 for each of the tickets I sold to big people, right? Since I sold 8 tickets to big people, and each one is $3, so I have 8 times 3. And I also sold $2 tickets. And how many did I sell? S. I don't know how many S is, but here's clue number 2. Okay, so clue number 2 says 950 was sold for the play. And since $3 for adults and $2 for students. Now, as you notice, as I go along, I'm starting crossing all the words because I used up all the clues. I used the clue 1 here. I used the clue 2 here. For clue 2, I also used the $3 and $2. So if you did everything right, by end of step 2, you should have crossed all the lines out because literally this is our clues and we've used up, right? So step number 2, we're going through the party, we're looking for clues. That's all we did. Step number 3 is the most boring one, I think, because now you've got all the clues. you got an IKEA furniture. Here's your toolbox. Now you got to go home and assemble it. Kind of like you had to pick it apart and see if you can use all the tools, math tools this time you learned over the years, and see if you can figure out if you can get those two names into numbers. 2s. Okay, so I did over here is I rewrote this one. 300 is equal to 350 equal to a plus s. 950 is equal to a times $3, so it's 3a. $2 times s, which is really 2 times s. Okay, so what I want to do over here is I'm going to divide my paper in half. Okay, so here's my scratch area. Maybe this is where you put all your parts. Okay, chair parts. Maybe there's some legs, maybe some backings. Okay, you put them all together over here. So what we do is from the equation number 1, I think I'm going to make a equal to 350 minus s, because all I really want to do is I want to write a by itself. The reason I want to put a by itself is that I want to put this a, I want to plug it back in over here. Now the reason I want to do that is then I have one equation. I have 950 equal to 3, used to be time a. What's a? A is 350 minus s. Okay, that's this chunk. That's just the 3a part plus 2s. Okay, and then I'm going to solve to 950 is equal to distribute in there, and then I'm going to have 3 times 350 minus 3s plus 2s. Okay, I'm going to gather those 2s together. If you want to do this on your calculator, you're more than welcome. But I'll just write it over here. It's 1050. Okay, this is 1050 minus s plus 2s. So I have a minus s. Okay, here's my 950. Okay, and then I'll subtract 1050 on both sides. I have a minus s is equal to minus 100. Okay, so s is equal to 100. So I sold tickets to student 100 tickets. Since s plus a is 350, that gives me a equal to 250. Okay, so we put our furniture together. And the last step, this is supposed to be a map. So we're going to double check. We're going to double verify to see if it fits. Okay, so 350 is equal to 100 plus 250. Of course, that fits. Okay, and if you plug in there, 950 is equal to 3 times a, which a is 250, plus $2 of 100 tickets, and this fits too. All right, that's all. That's all you have to do for solving a word problem. There's no mystery in there. So have a confident day.